The Uniface 10 IDE, a first glance. If you have downloaded your Uniface 10 and have installed it, and if you start it up, this will be the first thing that you see. The new startup page, I like it quite a lot. It's also targeted to people who are new to Uniface, and by reading the information on the start page, it's a sort of a quick start for newcomers. If we take another look at the Uniface 10 IDE, this will be your main development window that you will be in for most of the time. On the top left, there's the start of your navigation. On this bar, with the red circle on it, obviously. This thing is called the U-bar. And here it is. By clicking the drop down, it opens, and in this particular screenshot you see some projects, the My Project and the templates and the workshop, obviously. You have, it is mentioned already, multiple editors, non-modal. So you can have multiple editors active, and by simply clicking a tab you can switch between them. And for me this was a great enhancement compared to Uniface 9, because as a Uniface developer I remember having always like multiple IDFs open at the time, at least 2 or 3, to sort of keep all the balls up in the air, so to say, or complete a task, preventing you from opening and closing multiple windows. So yeah, again, this is a great enhancement. This is the editor, and we'll take a more detailed look at it. On the left you have your resource browser. In this particular screenshot you see the field level widget. This typically will be your starting point in creating objects in Uniface 10. On the very right side you have the properties editor. We already mentioned it, all the properties at one glance. Some properties have been combined, others have been split up. But generally this will look very familiar to existing Uniface developers. We have a thing called task-driven worksheets, and these are typically a sort of a left to right exercise. You would begin with the define structure, and then you have your design layout and your write script. So we already mentioned project support. Project support is one of the new themes in Uniface 10. Here is a example of how the contents of a project look like, what they look like. Here's the project workshop. It contains 3 entities: the album, the artist, and the track, and it contains a few components, as you see. Here you have your project's resource browser, and by picking something from the resource browser and dropping it onto your project, you add components to your project. It is a sort of in name only. That means that it is a component does not have to be exclusively in one project. A component can be in multiple projects, so it really is a excellent way of organizing your work. A summarization on project support in Uniface 10. It's a center of your navigation. It's a collection of development objects. It can be a scope for various actions like compiling, deploying, and exporting. I've added some feedback from the morning session. The Uniface 9 subsystems are not migrated to Uniface 10 projects for all good reasons. I think the lab has taken a look at it, Mike, and it was not feasible. For instance, if a Uniface 9 subsystem would default to like 6,000 components, it was no real use to create a project with 6,000 components in it. So therefore, in migration, projects are not populated, but when you start with new development in Uniface 10, it's a good start to start in a project. So just a small left Twix versus right Twix comparison. On the left you see obviously a Uniface 9.7 IDF, and on the right you see the Uniface 10 IDE. Yeah, here's the difference. Much more cleaner look and feel. Of course your multiple tabs are open. So that brings us to the Uniface 10 demo. Let's check for another round of questions.
Nope. Okay, so there's one from Ian Sharp who's asked about whether projects are mandatory. So the only way in version 10 of creating a new component is based on something out of the resource browser, and you need somewhere to drop it, and that's a project. So yes, for version 10 you need to create in a project, but then you can sort of just decide to keep the link or delete the link or do whatever. It does try and encourage you to use projects because they are really useful things.
Okay.